Our holiday series wraps up with a couple of sweet, sweet jobs. Stay tuned. This week, as I wrap up our holiday series, you're going to get to meet two people that have sweet jobs. Sweet. Do they even say that anymore? I don't think so. Taffy and chocolate are the focus of these two jobs with a closer look at both. Enjoy. Alicia Himelson, the owner of Mehlenbachers Taffy. It's a pleasure to be talking with you today. I have so many questions I want the answers to, and I think it's especially fun that we're doing this in our holiday series because the holidays say sweetness to me, and so does Taffy. So, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. So tell me how long you've been in business.
I personally have been making this taffy for 14 and a half years.
Wow, 14 and a half years. So Alicia and I met not 14 and a half years ago, probably 5 years ago,
somewhere around
when
there.
I had a small business and we were doing craft shows and vendor events. And I've always been fascinated with anything that tastes good. And so we hit it off right away. If you've been doing it 14 and a half years, how long has the company been in business?
Over 30.
Your last name is not Mehlenbacher, is it?
No.
Okay. How did you come across the business?
So, long time ago, my ex-husband was distributing jams, jellies, salad dressing, and taffy. We found out very early on the salad dressing wasn't very good, the jam was just sort of okay, but this taffy was amazing.
Oh.
So we got to talking to the lady that owns it, and she was interested in possibly selling the business. And I, at that time, had no idea that meant that I would be making taffy. I really thought I would be selling taffy. So I'm in a little different place than I was 14 years ago because I make taffy more than I sell it.
Okay. Okay, great. So where do you actually make it?
So I have a commercial kitchen at my house. It has all the pots and all the pulling machines and cutting and dishwashing systems and storage for all the taffy. Because I sell mostly, not at craft fairs, I sell mostly wholesale to different businesses around. Candy stores, grocery stores, little gift shops. Those are kind of my bread and butter.
Well, on the Central Coast, you'll see Mehlenbachers Taffy in grocery stores. California Fresh is one of them, all the way down to Santa Barbara, up into Washington. Yeah, you're everywhere, it seems. Good, good. Well, how many different flavors do you have?
A lot.
A lot of different flavors.
So it changes seasonally. I think on our everyday list we have about 15. Then I have 3 that I add for spring and summer, and I have 4 that I add every holiday for winter and this time of year.
What are the 4 you add for winter?
For now I will add sugar plum, cranberry, eggnog, maple is this year, sometimes that changes, and we have peppermint and caramel apple. That's not really 4, I told you more, but.
Well, that's great. Wow, that's good. They all sound very appropriate for the holiday season. Good. And so what's the quantity that you're putting out on a regular basis?
Gosh. This is a tough question, Carol. Maybe 600 to 700 pieces a day.
Wow, 600 to 700 pieces a day.
Yeah, that's probably about
And
right.
that's like from start to finish, from putting the ingredients in the pot all the way to wrapping it?
Sort of. So we cook all of our taffy on one day.
Okay.
It's all cooked for the whole week. I'll have to cook enough to last more than, 4 days or something like that.
Sure.
So.
All right, so let's take a look at the actual product here. We have a beautifully wrapped taffies, and this is a box of the holiday variety. And let's take a look inside a box of the traditional ones. They really are so nicely put together.
So the cotton candy is one of our hot sellers. I think because it's blue. Everybody loves it, especially the under 10 or 12 crowd, which I have to cater to because they are the ones that ask mom and dad for the money to buy the candy.
Okay.
My personal favorite would be the orange cream.
My personal favorite, I'm assuming this is going to be, oh, this is cinnamon. I thought it was going to be peppermint, but it's cinnamon.
Cinnamon is
Okay.
really popular.
That looks
We have
good.
a cult following. People order just cinnamon. I know it's very strange. It's hot and spicy. It doesn't taste as sweet as the other flavors, but people love it.
Great. Okay. Well, just the fact that you have so many is pretty intriguing to me as well. What's something that you think most people wouldn't know about the making or selling of taffy?
Most people wouldn't understand that it takes a lot of time and is very precise.
Oh.
So we have a certain temperature that you cook it to, then we have a certain temperature that you cool it to, and then those flavors and colors are added at different temperatures based on the flavor that it is. Certain flavors will burn.
Well, that's
Then we have to pull it
Yeah.
and make it have all this air in it so it gives it that soft, chewy texture. If you didn't pull it,
would it be hard if
it
you
would be
didn't pull it?
hard and it like sticks to your teeth like Elmer, like glue.
Oh.
So you know how super glue just you touch it and it sticks? It would be like that. It would not come off. Not that taffy comes off your teeth easily, but it would be a lot worse.
Okay. And how long is the pulling process?
Everyone thinks it's a really long time. It's only
It's just
about
minutes?
2 minutes.
Oh, okay. Good, good. Well, how is the thousands and thousands of people that are watching this video are not on the Central Coast. So how is the best way for them to get in touch with you, Alicia?
Check us out on Facebook, Mehlenbachers Taffy on Facebook, or you can give us a call or send us an email. We love to talk to our customers. The email is really easy, info@mehlenbacherstaffy.com. Now you have to spell Mehlenbachers Taffy correctly.
I will put it in the description box below, all the details. Well, thank you so much. This has been fascinating for me to hear and for our viewers to hear what goes into making taffy. Best of luck to you this holiday season. I hope your sales just go through the roof.
Thank you.
And I look forward to buying a box and giving it as a gift this Christmas.
Awesome.
The next job is one that I bet you didn't even know existed. Ed Seguine is a cocoa tester. He also happens to be a neighbor of mine, and the smells emanating from his garage are something else. I met with Ed last summer, actually, and he was one of the first interviews that I did, and I really didn't know much about videotaping, things like make sure you comb your hair, Carol. You'll see what I mean later. And might be good to have a microphone, those kinds of things. But it's not about me. It's about Ed and his job. So here were some of the things that were so intriguing to me. Ed has created craft chocolate from bean to bar for over a third of a century. He chairs a number of committees, all related to chocolate, and all focused on maintaining excellence in the chocolate industry. His lab, which is his garage, evaluates the cocoa beans, and his evaluation of cocoa is fundamental to bigger name chocolate producers like Guittard Chocolate. It's fun to know that Guittard Chocolate was a precursor and provider to See's candies that many of us know and love right now. We met for about an hour and a half, and Ed walked me through the entire history of chocolate, how cocoa planting has migrated over the course of the centuries to where now the main producers of cocoa are in Africa. Another interesting fact I found was that the pods, which are good size, they're rather large. They have about 40 beans in a pod. They grow on the trunk of the tree, not out on the branches, but on the trunk. That's fun to know. But don't bite into the seeds thinking that you're going to get a burst of caffeine. What you're going to get is a mouthful of something bitter and astringent. They're nowhere near ready for chocolate yet. So stepping into Ed's lab, I was overwhelmed in a good way with the scent of chocolate. He has dozens of grinders all going at the same time, and he gave me a little test. Very much like wine, chocolate has underlying notes and flavors. So he gave me a little sample of what he was grinding and producing and asked me if I could identify it.
Now, what do you taste?
Dark. Yeah. That's a little bit of a plant taste to it. Or I don't know what I'm really tasting. Maybe not so much. There's lots of information on YouTube about making your own chocolate, starting with the beans. Probably not picking them, but fermenting them, roasting them, grinding them, and then formulating your own chocolate with roasted and ground nibs that you have made. It's quite a process. And we all know there's a difference when it comes to the quality of chocolate. So after years of experience, Ed can take these beans, roast them, grind them, and then give an evaluation as to the quality of a particular harvest. I bet you also didn't know that there is a Cocoa of Excellence Award. Each year, these awards are held in Paris. They've been held virtually lately. But they recognize producers and celebrate the small farmer. Small producers are invited to Paris, where 50 of them receive the award at various levels, recognizing their contribution to the excellence of chocolate production and diversity in the industry. But it is a great step in recognizing that the small farmer who normally just gets a few pennies for their product deserves so much more. So this year, as you give or receive chocolate at the holidays, if it's possible, buy from a small producer, something that says bean to bar. Perhaps you can see where the cocoa has been produced. And think of Ed, who had an important piece in grading the quality of that cocoa. It's all good though, and it makes the holidays so festive. Happy holidays, everyone, and we'll see you closer to the new year. I have something very special planned to share with you for the new year.